Welcome to From the Den podcast, providing Bears and NFL fans alike with compelling news, discussion, and debate. I'm your co-host Benjamin, joined alongside my dear friend and co-host Oren.
Hey Benjamin, let's get right into it. As always, kickoff starts now.
In general, do you think, or on this Bears offense, do you think that the running back position is a weakness or strength? And in the NFL, like compared to all the other running back schemes or all the other running backs in the NFL, are the Bears running backs above average, below average, or just average?
So on the Bears offense, I think that right now at the current moment from how they played last year, they are a weakness on their team, but they're going to prove next year in Dave Montgomery, and I think Tarik Cohen will play better than he did last year, that they are a strength of their team. Obviously not the strength of their offense. I think that even wide receivers better than them. I think that their tight ends could potentially be
Tight end is crazy. I mean, in a while we'll get into that episode. That'll be a fun one.
That will be a fun one, but I don't think tight ends. I think wide receiver is the best position on their team, but I think that they'll prove the running back.
Wait, what? The best offensive position or just position?
Position.
Okay, good. I was like, whoa. Okay.
I love Allen Robinson, so he's the best players. No, but I think that their running back position will become their second best position, and I think that in the whole NFL, I think they're below average. And I think that at the current moment, and I think that David Montgomery will prove to be an above-average running back. But I think that just seeing how many running backs most teams have and how many capable running backs most teams have, I think that they're going to be at the end of next year around average in like running back skill, for the sense that most teams have two very capable running backs, while the Bears, I think, have one capable running back and one gadget player.
Wait, you're saying next year they're going to be around average?
I think right now they're below average. Next year they'll be to a tiny bit above, like around 13, somewhere around that area. And I think that the reason that they're not higher is I think Dave Montgomery might be a top 8 running back next year. I really have confidence in him. And I think that, especially considering that most teams have two good running backs, have two running backs that they can use. I think that having Dave Montgomery, who's one of the few running backs in the NFL, like Nick Chubb has Kareem Hunt. And it's you look at a lot of the running backs have great running backs behind them. I think Dave Montgomery is one of the running backs at the current moment who doesn't, and that'll upgrade his stats. His stats will look a lot better. And I think that even though stats don't tell the whole picture, if you're looking at stats in the sense that I think they'll be like 13 because Dave Montgomery will prove to have a very good statistical year.
Okay. Yeah. Let me think about this, actually. I didn't even think about the question. I was just listening to you. But so in 2019 with David Montgomery, I think the running back, I mean, their entire offense was more of a weakness, but I think that their inability to have a running game was definitely like one of the reasons that they did badly. So with that logic, I think that for the Bears to succeed, the running back position needs to be a strength. So basically last year in 2019, I would say that the running back position was definitely a weakness. Again, not 100% the blame of Montgomery, definitely part Nagy, definitely part the offensive line, but still that was a weakness because since they couldn't run the ball, or, they didn't run the ball and they threw it only, so that made, the running back position a weakness.
Yeah.
And compared to the NFL also, they were like near last, I think, in just stats alone about their running game. It was definitely not good.
I know, like I said, I hate to blame other positions, but I think that especially the running back, if you blame a group itself, the coach would be one of the biggest factors because it was, I hate to say like the running backs get an excuse because of the offensive line, Matt Nagy.
Yeah, but no, it saddens me so much that, of course, you're going to put the blame on the running back if the running game is bad, but really there's so much more to that story.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, like right now, last season, the Bears running backs were pretty lackluster. And I have faith that the Bears will improve next year because they definitely didn't do anything negative in the year, I don't see why they would decline. So with that logic, I think that their running game will also pick up. I don't know how much it will be, so I guess it's kind of the same that you were saying, like maybe just a little bit above average. But definitely if their offense is to do well, then the running back position will be a strength on that offense. That's my main stance on this.
I think that, like I was saying earlier, the Bears need to have an identity on offense. And I think that the only way the Bears offense will be average or even above average is if their identity is running the ball. I think Matt Nagy will realize that, because Matt Nagy realizes last year and watching all the tape of last year that you can't rely only on a quarterback, and especially if your team doesn't have two elite quarterbacks. And especially, like, let's say you look at Doug Peterson or Andy Reid, they have Patrick Mahomes and Carson Wentz, two great quarterbacks. The Bears don't have them. And the Bears, Matt Nagy can't call plays like they do because that's not who they have. Like, Kyle Shanahan is so great, like you said, because he plays around his players. Matt Nagy can't play around his scheme. Matt Nagy only plays around his scheme. He doesn't play around his players. He needs to be able to play around his players and not play based on his scheme.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode of From the Den, please remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video.
Or, if you're a Packers fan, remember to dislike and leave a nasty comment. Click the links on the screen to access additional content.